has been distracted, if at a minimum, by its military obligations in Iraq and Afghanistan that have drained the United States of enormous sums of money as well as enormous blood and sacrifice. So, as others have noted, this idea of shifting away from a focus on other parts of the world, hopefully being able to exit gracefully from these conflicts, may enable now a focus again on what is happening across the Asia-Pacific region. But I would say that there is an inherent risk that China's growing military power will be seen by some as, in essence, the means to save a very, very large U.S. defense budget and provide the United States, some would argue, with a much more singular organizing focus in its military strategy that it has obviously lacked since the demise of the Soviet Union. So we ought to be asking, on the part of the United States, power projection for what? What are we seeking to prevent? What do we fear? What is the message we are seeking to send to China? No state wants its freedom of action curtailed, but the question is whether or not we can achieve understandings with China that have a sufficient basis for mutual understanding and even a degree of restraint, as opposed to proceeding to a retreat to an undue focus on military operations as the defining point of our respective strategies. So there's a default option context that I think we need to examine very, very carefully. In a larger sense, it seems to me, these shifts reflect the Asia-Pacific region's uneasy transition, where words and budgets aside, neither the United States nor China have the means or methods to exercise unconstrained domination. As Richard has pointed out, so much of what has happened here has been this effort to relink to American